about it might end.
The second goal was just like bouncing, huh?
Yeah, the second goal kind of got there. I was a little late getting there and kind of just tried to throw it in the net quick, and it worked out.
First one, you just kind of outworked him, didn't you?
Honestly, I was exhausted. I tried to beat him outside. I didn't have anything, so I took the middle and kind of hoped he'd throw it blind. He did. It ended up with my stick, and I didn't really have much space. I kind of tried to get it up quick, and it happened to go in a good spot.
You guys got out of that first period with a 1-0 lead, but they had the shots advantage. It seemed like they spent a lot of time in your zone.
Yeah, I mean, we did spend a lot of time. They did have a fair amount of shots, but I think overall, we were happy with how where the shots were coming from. They had a lot of shots from the outside, a lot of shots from not a lot of second opportunities. I think, which is probably the key. And I mean, Jack made some huge saves there for us in the first and even early in the second there when it was throughout the game when it was 1-0 and kept us in it, and that eventually got us the win.
It seemed like there were a lot of shots that weren't getting to Jack just because you guys had sticks in lanes and put the body in front of things.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously take a pride in keeping shots outside, deflecting passes and blocking shots. I mean, obviously, kind of the habits are there. We ended up having a block shot that resulted in a goal, but I mean, if you want to block shots and make it easier on your goaltender, especially. He just got back his first game with us in a while, so we obviously wanted to help him out as much as we could, and we did what we could. And when we kind of broke down, he was at a cover for us.
Colton, last year against Oklahoma City, it was always they were so high scoring, and you guys held them to 1 goal tonight. I know it's a different team, different mentality, but I mean, do y'all approach the game knowing that you're going to have to do that against these guys?
I mean, yeah, they got a really good team. I mean, I'm not gonna say we got fortunate, but they obviously lost some guys just this week, and we're playing with a little bit of a shorter lineup, or not the lineup they normally had. So I mean, they're still a really good team, a really good offensive team. They got some guys that can put the pucks in the net if you give them chances, and we gotta, if we're gonna beat them, this season, we gotta keep their goals against low. We're gonna have a tough time. They got obviously a goalie there that we know pretty well, but is can steal games for them, and if we get down goals, it's tough to come back against a team like this. So we definitely got to keep these games low scoring. I think as best we can.
What's it like to play against Bachman, who you obviously played with for many years?
I mean, it's obviously it's kind of not a challenge, but it's always fun to play against your friends or play against people that I think I lived with them for a year and stuff. So we knew each other really well, and it's it's kind of cool to play against those guys. But at the same time, you always think in the back of your head because you kind of know what you do. You shot on them however many times in practice and stuff. So they kind of have a tendency to know what your tendencies are. So that's in the back of your mind at times. But I mean, it's always fun playing against your friends. I mean, especially obviously when you come out on the top end of it.
A bit of a chess match. Did you know that the top left corner there was going to be, a weak spot for him, or is it just what you could get?
I didn't have. Yeah, I was. By the time I got full control of that puck, I was pretty low. He's he's a smaller goalie, but he comes out and plays his angles really well, and takes away a lot of angles. So I knew that if I had any chance, even on any goal in that situation, I got to get that up quick and kind of hope for a little bit of luck to get it where I got it. And happen to find just enough space. I think it ended up working out.
Going on the road here for several games, I think that's a good opportunity for the guys to bond together away from kind of the distractions here in Cedar Park.
I mean, yeah, road trips are fun for that. I mean, obviously this is a pretty long one, but it'll be fun. Just you spend more time with the guys and get hang out together. And you definitely build chemistry on road trips like this, and especially if you go out there and get some hard fought road wins and stuff like that. And obviously we're going to Iowa. They're a team that we're awfully familiar with, and just playing in a different city. So it'll be a good road trip for sure.
Great. Thanks a lot, Colton.